Hello and welcome to I Can't Believe This Got Greenlit, a show where we discuss movies from our childhood, our nostalgia from watching them as kids, how they got made, and our experiences rewatching them as adults. I am one of your hosts, Nick Warner, and joining me as always, Matthew Pelton.
Hi, Nick Warner.
Hello. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween again. Did we say Happy
Again.
Halloween when we did Coraline?
Well, Coraline hasn't come out yet,
Oh.
so the audience has no idea what you're talking about.
Are we gonna say it when we do Coraline?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so. Whoops. Okay, I had a moment that I'm so proud of that I have to share with you.
Oh, okay.
So,
I love it.
earlier today, I was recording an episode of the other podcast we do, Director
Yes.
Development.
Yeah, Quaywoodproductions.com. Go check it out.
Nice. And I was talking about Greenlit, and I went to go describe what Greenlit was, and I accidentally, word for word, said your intro.
Oh, no way.
And I'm like, oh my, I haven't fucking memorized.
Dude, the amount of times I've said it to people when they ask what the show is, and I've just like out of nowhere just snap right into it because
The
it's the
full
easiest
intro.
way to describe it, and it's it's the elevator pitch. So I'm glad it's
Exactly.
making its rounds and getting stuck in people's heads.
I just want you to know,
Although
I did
you
it
are
word for
forced
word.
to listen to it
Every
once
time?
a week.
Yeah. I want you to know, I did it word for word, and when I was doing it, like halfway through, I was like, I think this is exactly what Nick says.
Yeah.
And by the time I got to the end, I almost went, and I'm one of your hosts, Nick Warner, just to really stick it. In
No,
my
I
own
truly,
show.
I catch myself doing it when I'm halfway through. That's how it happens
Yeah.
every time. I don't realize I'm doing it, and then I realize I'm doing it, and then I'm like, should I? And then I'm like, yeah, I'll just finish it out because
You
it
might as well
explains
just
it.
stick with it. That's what I didn't
But-
mean to do it. I was just like, "What's Greenlit about?" And I started giving
Yeah.
your pitch. I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
I'm like, I've become Nick.
Yeah, it's I'm glad it's sticking around. But today is a very special episode. It's October. It's spooky season. Well, it's not October for us, but it's October when you're listening
Well,
to this. Hopefully,
don't worry about that.
And it's spooky season, and we're in the midst of HHN. We're in the midst of Mickey's Not So Scary. We're in the midst of whatever happens in LA.
I
And
was like, "What's Mickey's Not So Scary?"
It's the Disney version of the Halloween party.
Oh, see, I go to the Terrifier house.
yeah,
Yeah, I
Did
go to
you
the blood
see-
one.
Did you see? And again, people listening to this now that go to HHN will know what I'm talking about because they probably have done it already. But did you see that they have a wet and a dry path
Dude,
because of
I'm
how much
pumped.
blood there's or like?
And you know what's gonna happen? I talk such a big game. I'm gonna say I'm gonna do the wet one, dude.
Yeah,
and we're
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
be in line. I'm like, I'm a fucking idiot, dude.
Yeah.
Why am I doing this?
No, dude. I mean, like last year, I went for the first time, as you did.
Yeah.
And I am not a big fan of haunted houses at all. Like, truly hated them my whole life. That's also why this movie kind of came into play. I'm actually curious if this is the reason why I don't like haunted houses.
Ooh.
The movie we're talking about today, which we'll get to in a second. But first, I needed HHN rant. So I went, and I went with I'm sure I've told this story on the show before, but I went with my fellow team members, and they filmed us for marketing, and went through the houses, and it was horrifying. Like, I was so scared. I
You
genuinely,
hated it.
I screamed my head off, and it was awful. In the best way possible. I had such a fun time, but truly every single scare, I screamed at the top of my lungs. And then by the end of the event, I was like, the story, the world building and the storytelling, and there was just something about the atmosphere that I was like, I am an HHN fan.
Right?
to
That's what happens.
the core. And now, like, since last October, I was like, I need to like get ready for next year. And now all of it's gonna hit me again when I get there. I'm gonna realize, like you said,
this.
I'm gonna realize in line, like, this is not for me.
Why am I doing this?
But then I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna be like, I'm so glad I did that because the houses this year look so good. So I'm very excited.
Okay, that's literally almost what happened to me exactly.
Yeah.
Is I never did like the Universal stuff because we're Connecticut people.
Yeah.
It's like there's obviously no Universal in Connecticut.
Yeah, of course.
Yet.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I don't
But
speak
when
on behalf of Universal, by the way.
They're creating one.
No, stop spreading lies.
But like in high school, I think I did my first haunted house in like upstate New York.
Yes.
And it
those
was
were always
right-
the scariest ones.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like it was ranked like one of the scariest fucking houses
Yeah.
on the planet.
Yeah.
And I did it, and it was just like these big flashing lights and all these sounds. And I was like, I'm gonna have a stroke. I hate this. Like it was
Yeah.
so overwhelming.
Yeah.
I'm like, this sucks. Then I came out to LA, and I was like, I'm gonna do the Universal thing because it's such a big thing. the HHN. I was like, I fucking hate haunted houses. This is gonna suck. And the first one was like the Ghostbusters house. I'm in line. I'm like, why am I doing this? Such a bad idea. And it's by the end, it was so cool.
Well, also, like, yeah, the Ghostbusters one is a good one to start with because that was the least scary.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't really that
and
scary.
it was awesome.
Well, we made the mistake of doing Ghostbusters, then we immediately went to the Insidious house, which was the scariest one there.
Did I tell you I never ended up doing that one?
You did? Why?
Because Maddie and I agreed. So we did all the other houses when we went. We only went one night. So we did all the other houses. And for the team member preview, I didn't do that one because I was with the other people and they didn't want to do it. So we got to the end of the night. We did every single house. And we had an hour left, but we were both exhausted. Because, you know, that event goes to like 2 in the morning and we go to bed at like 8 p.m. So,
yes, you do.
So we were there and we were like, all right, we have time for one more house. Insidious is 75 minutes.
Ooh.
And Ghostbusters is 15.
You did Ghostbusters?
We did Ghostbusters twice and then we left. and for the listener, I'm doing I'm wearing the HHN Ghostbusters shirt that I bought because I was such a big fan of the house.
It is actually really cool.
It was awesome. It was so much fun.
See, okay, here's what happened is we did the first night because we have like the Universal like premium pass thing.
Yes.
And it comes with the free Horror Nights ticket.
Yes.
So we did the first night with the free ticket and we only did like 3 or 4 houses.
Yeah.
And we're like, that was fucking sick. Just so you know, that I was in the Insidious line, like, shitting my pants.
Yeah.
I was like, why am I doing this?
Dude, I went back and watched videos, and I was like, no, not for me.
It was terrifying. But then, I don't know what is going on with my brain, but I talk such a big game, so I'm like, let's buy another ticket, fast pass, and do every house. And then
you have no time to prep for any of that.
Yeah. So...
we
went fast pass to every house, and by the end, like, my pants were filled with shit. It was gross, but it was so much fun.
Yeah.
When you're done, that's the when you're in the house.
When you leave, you're
like,
that was a great night. Yeah.
So once again, I'm like, we're looking at fast passes. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Like, why am I? I know I'm gonna do the wet one for Terrifier, but why am I doing that?
You have to.
There's no point. I'm gonna hate it. I'm gonna be scared. Be covered in blood.
And hopefully by the time this episode comes out, you will be in Orlando and we will be doing horror nights.
That's true.
Probably tonight.
We'll be doing it together.
It's crazy.
And you know what's going to happen?
Excited.
I'm going to be like, Nick, let's do the wet one.
And then you're going to be like, Nick, you can go first, though.
Do you want to leave? Behind you, like, holding
that's what happened with Maddie and I is the team member thing. I had a group of people, so I was like, you guys all go first. I'm too scared. I can't do this. This is my first time. And then it was just Maddie and I. And so she was like, you have to be in the front. You have to lead. And I was like, I think I have to lead. And then I led all the houses. And then eventually she led the second round of Ghostbusters. She was like, I'm brave enough. Like, let's do it.
Oh, there you go.
But I led all the houses. And I was like, oh my God, it was so. And thankfully they were conga lining. So they weren't pulsing. So like they weren't letting just like one party at a time go. They were sending everyone at once.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, so I had some people in front of me, so I was kind of anticipating scares. But if it was just us two, I would have been done. I would have been toast.
Just knowing me and you go, I will very much be in the back, holding on.
Oh, yeah, no, I'll lead. I'll
okay, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am definitely the what's the word?
I say that.
You're the dominant one. Or that.
Yeah. Submissive?
Submissive, that's the word. I 100% accept the fact I'm the submissive one.
Yeah,
in this relationship.
You'll be behind Maddie.
100%.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll be too scared.
Yeah.
I'm like, Nick, Art the Clown's here.
Art the Clown's too terrifying. Okay,
too
so
much
today
blood.
Today we are talking about, if you couldn't already guess, a scary house, a haunted house, a monster house. The 2000 Coraline, 2 episodes in a row. No, we're talking about the 2006 film Monster House. Now, this was my choice, and I want to start with childhood stories because.
Okay, wait. Before you say anything,
yeah,
I'm sorry. I love this show. Let me start with stories. Nah, I'm gonna cut you off. 2 things. One, what if we covered a movie again and we just never addressed that we did it already? Just think about it.
Today we're covering Cat in the Hat.
Yeah, we just don't talk about
action.
It. Yeah. And second thing, we picked Monster House such a long time ago. You just said it was your choice, and I'm like, oh, is that true? Look, I thought it was mine.
You picked Coraline.
What do you mean? We haven't recorded Coraline yet. What are you talking about?
True.
Are we doing Coraline?
Okay, true. True. Yo, I don't know. Well, it is your pick. So
Well, what if we did Coraline this episode and we also did it next episode?
Next episode.
But we recorded 2 months earlier.
We could totally do that.
I think that's genius, dude.
We could do Coraline for both of our Halloween episodes. We could do Coraline for our Thanksgiving episode. And get this, we could do Coraline for both of our Christmas episodes.
Oh, that's smart. Because I watched like a 20-minute like version of Coraline from the 60s or 70s with Boris Karloff, and we should just do that.
We could do that. Or we can do the much anticipated Cum Ghost.
Oh, I forgot about Cum Ghost.
I was editing the episodes and I was like, man, we made a promise.
Where's the
We have to
HHN
follow
house?
through.
I want the Cum Ghost house. There's a wet line for Cum Ghost.
No. No.
Nick, you go first.
No. That is the oh god, top 5 worst things you possibly could have said. So for me, this movie, like so many movies, scared the living shit out of me as a kid, because I think it had to do something with the motion capture, which we'll get to.
Sure.
The motion capture characters and the uncanny valley of the character design, similar to Coraline, which we'll get to. But just this was a little bit different, a different way that they did it. It's not stop motion, but it's close enough, and you'll see what I mean.
Yeah, I remember watching this because I don't put any effort into the show, so I was watching it. And I'm like, I'm excited for Nick to tell me how they made this, because I don't know if this is stop motion or not.
It's not stop motion.
Really?
But there is a certain person, when I say their name and what other movies they've done, you'll be like, oh, this makes complete sense why it looks the way it looks.
Is it the guy who did Cum Ghost?
It's not the guy who did Cum Ghost.
It definitely is.
I'm
locking it in right now.
So for me, I owned this DVD as a kid, and we used to watch it when we obviously, as I've brought up this anecdote many times on the show, but we used to watch it a lot when we were camping. And by a lot, I mean maybe 2 times. I was so scared of this that I never popped the DVD in. We got it, and I was too scared. And before we got the DVD, and I think this is the reason why I maybe gave it a shot like once or twice. But the reason is because it was in the previews that you had to watch on a ton of other DVDs. So the trailer for this, was in a ton of other DVDs that we had. So I would watch that trailer over and over and over to get to the movies that I kept rewatching, whatever it was. And
Cum Ghost.
And I always wanted to skip this one. I was so scared of the trailer because, they make it seem scary because, Monster House. And never liked the uncanny art style. I was never brave enough until the one or two times I watched it. And I was like, nope, never again. And then here we are on Greenlit rediscovering Monster House.
So this is a big brave step.
Big brave
life
step.
Of Nick Warner.
I've had a few big brave steps on this show, and this is one of them.
Cat in the Hat.
Cat in the Hat. This one, I'm trying to think of another one.
I am too. I just did the whole YouTube.
Oh, we were just talking about Coraline. That was a huge one. That was maybe the biggest.
Oh,
one.
I didn't know that. We haven't done childhood stories for that yet because we haven't recorded.
Yeah,
it.
that's true.
Spoilers.
Anyways, so childhood stories for you. What? Because this could have been your pick. This was definitely one that both of us had decided. Yeah, exactly.
So I grew up. Once a year we would watch Coraline. We would watch this movie Coraline at the Cape.
Right.
And what? Are we not doing Coraline?
Dude, you say a tight hour.
Sorry. Okay. With Monster House, that's what we're doing.
Yeah,
with Monster House. Right. Dude,
Coraline House.
I get confused. I could have sworn we're doing Coraline again. No, with Monster House, I don't have a ton of vivid memories about it. My biggest thing is we also had it on DVD. And we had like in my old house, we had like this little DVD like closet, and it was always like right in the center, and had this big red text Monster House. And it always like freaked me out.
Yeah.
And I've seen it. I don't remember a lot about it, but the one scene where I think it's is it a basketball and it goes into the old man's lawn? I remember that scene like beat for beat.
Yes.
It freaks me out so much.
Mm-hmm. And there are a few other scenes like that we will get to.
that you like have burned
yes.
into your brain.
Burned into my brain.
Yeah, that's what that scene is.
That was also one for me because I played a lot of basketball, and especially a lot of like street ball, like in people's driveways or on like cul-de-sacs or whatever. And I was always so scared
I was
the ball
cool
to bounce
too.
away.
Yeah.
Well, and also the one time that it did bounce away and I chased it into the woods, I stepped on an underground beehive and I got stung 16 times
Is that true?
by wasps. And I ran. I was crying. It was awful. I had to call my mom to come pick me up. I was like, this is miserable. So yeah. This scene definitely, yeah.
See,
Basketball's bouncing away from me just scared me multiple times.
So there's like some real trauma with this.
Yes.
This isn't like it spooked you. This is like something. Yeah, this is like a therapy session for you.
Yeah.
So I remember that one scene, and I know it was sitting on the DVD shelf. I don't know if I ever finished it. I might have been too freaked out. But I remember that. I remember the house like eating people like. Rah.
Yeah.
And then I remember like the little door and the other mother. And,
oh my god! I was like the little door's Coraline. I was like, this.
Oh shit!
No more Coraline talk.
I could have sworn that was Monster House.
No.
I'm so confused, dude.
Okay, was that's all?
That's about it. That's
okay.
That's
all
actually
right.
about it.
So going into production, this movie was directed by a guy named Gil Keenan. This was his feature directorial debut.
Damn.
Yeah.
Good for him. How did he get Amblin on this?
Well, we'll get to that in a second. But he only has 7 movies in his filmography and only directed 5 of them.
Oh.
Now, 7 movies, but in that filmography, he is the writer of Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Oh my god.
The director of Ghostbusters Frozen Empire.
Okay.
The best HHN house. And the writer of Saturday Night, the SNL movie.
That's a weird... What?
Yes.
What?
It's a very weird filmography. And it's a very small filmography.
Yeah,
and
good for him.
It sounds like he's obviously still working, so that filmography will grow. But
did he direct Saturday Night or just wrote it?
He wrote it.
He wrote it?
Yeah.
What else is in there? Was there anything else that you knew, or were those kind
Nothing
of standouts?
notable to me. Nothing else.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. But this movie was written by a guy named Dan Harmon, who is...
Well,
do you know who that guy?
As in the Community guy?
Yes.
What the fuck? What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Dan Harmon wrote Monster House?
Yes.
Wait, when did this come out? When did Community start?
There are 3 writers on this movie.
Okay.
Okay, so Community came out in 2009. So this movie was 2006, and then he went from this movie to then develop and create Community. And he's also the co-creator of Rick and Morty. I don't know if you knew that.
I knew that. I knew he's the Rick and Morty guy.
I didn't know much about this guy, so that's when I was like, oh my god.
That's
the other 2 writers... Yeah. The other 2 writers, so one is Rob Schrab, who was Dan Harmon's writing partner for his whole career. Okay. And then Pamela Pelter... Pamela
Pelton?
Oh. Pelton. That would be cool.
So close.
She is typically comes in and does a lot of rewrites. So she was one who rewrote a lot of Corpse Bride. She did rewrites on the 2005 Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, which we covered and sucks. Yeah.
Yep.
And she did a lot of rewrites on this. So yeah.
So she knowing Dan Harmon, I hate to say it, I'm a big Community guy, so I'm a little biased. But before her rewrites, I wonder if this was better or worse. If you had to put money on it, what do you think?
I would argue. I would probably say it has to be better.
Probably, right? It's Dan Harmon, but it's early Dan Harmon writing a kids movie. Dude, if we could
this was before Community and Rick and Morty, so he could have developed more.
Nick, I do have a surprise for you.
Is he going to be on the show?
We got him.
No way.
Cut 2.
That'd be crazy.
We actually got the writer. So I might have fucked up. I could have sworn.
Oh my god! Did you get the writer for Coraline?
So I got the writer of Coraline from Monster
Welcome,
House.
Tim Burton. No, I don't know who wrote that movie.
What movie? What are you talking about?
Okay, so this is it. This is fun and interesting because his name is fun. The music for this movie was done by a guy named Douglas Pipes because he's got those pipes, baby.
That's awesome.
Who did 20 horror movies, including Krampus. So he does a lot of horror things, and it's awesome. So do you want to, now going into budget, do you want to guess how much this budget was and how much it grossed? Or do you want me to give you one or the other?
No, I want to guess. I like
Okay.
guessing. Well, it's tough because you could argue this movie doesn't look great. But they were going for something that's so oddly specific that I feel like it still was expensive anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say it's under $100 million for sure.
Okay.
I'm going to go, because there's no big actors in it, as far as I know. Dan Harmon wasn't a big name yet. And it is Amblin. So I'm going to guess like 30 mil.
30 mil? Almost.
Really?
No, it was 75 mil.
God damn it. It was
I mean,
75 mil?
You were in the ballpark. Yeah.
That's way more than I thought.
Yeah. How much do you think it grossed?
Oh, well, no. Probably not a lot, right? I feel like no one talks about this movie. There's no sequel. Not even like a direct-to-DVD. I'm going to guess it grossed like 70 million.
Again, you're like about half of what it actually grossed. It grossed 141 million.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
I would argue that it broke even.
Probably.
That probably also doesn't include the DVD sales, which I know I was at least one of those.
They sold 2 that we
Yeah,
know
they
of.
sold at least 2.
At least 2.
So a few more things. This is really how this got set up and actually greenlit. So here we go.
Okay.
Now bear with me. So Monster House was initially set up at DreamWorks based on a pitch by newcomer Gil Keenan. Having just finished film school recently, Keenan had been having meetings with film producers for a while, but hadn't found any success, with a screenplay based on the Pac-Man video game series going unproduced.
Thank God.
Yeah. After Keenan received Dan Harmon's and Rob Schrab's screenplay, they worked with Robert Zemeckis
Oh.
and Image Movers, which Schrab worked at Image Movers, to get the film up and running there. So with Robert Zemeckis, you think Polar Express, you think Christmas Carol,
Beowulf.
Beowulf.
Don't forget about Beowulf.
Your mocap animation, uncanny, CGI,
especially
scary.
in this era.
Yes. That's what I was referring to earlier. Like, that's why this was
That's why it looks the way it looks.
Yeah. So upon
fault.
impressing Zemeckis with his pitch, Keenan then had a meeting with the one and only Steven Spielberg. Again, his directorial debut. He had a meeting with Zemeckis, and he had a meeting with Spielberg.
Like right out of film school.
Right out of film school.
And what did we do? We talked about Coraline and Cum Ghost.
Hey man, everyone has their own
making
paths.
me really sad.
Everyone has their own paths.
I think our path is a path of failure.
Yeah. But yes,
Whoops.
he pitched the film to Spielberg in a presentation with some sketches and drawings he had done before meeting Zemeckis. By 2004, the studio put the film in turnaround, after which Sony Pictures Entertainment picked up the project and began production on August 23rd of that year, with Zemeckis and Spielberg serving as executive producers. That's cool as fuck.
That is really cool. Your first movie?
I know, dude.
How did we do
that? Was
that?
my producing team,
Could you imagine?
I'd start crying.
How did we pull this off?
I know. The film was shot using motion capture, obviously, in which the actors performed the characters' movements and lines while linked to sensors, a process pioneered by Zemeckis' for his 2004 film, The Polar Express. Zemeckis was in the process of starting filming on The Polar Express when he met Keenan, who visited the set to see how that film was filmed. That's a weird way of phrasing that. Thanks, Wikipedia. And discussed with Keenan how they would exactly shoot Monster House, deciding that they should prioritize the story before the filming technology, which is great. I don't necessarily think that it comes across that way. So Monster House was the first animated feature film using the Arnold rendering software, co-developed at Sony Pictures Imageworks, and the first feature film entirely rendered with unbiased brute force path tracing, which is a rendering technique to simulate how light interacts with objects. So it's basically like a sun shines down, where is that sun going to bounce off of and hit a bunch of different objects, and that happens like a bazillion times, so that renders all of that and makes light happen.
I'm assuming it's obviously trying to go for the most realistic approach.
Yeah.
Of like, what would light actually do, kind of thing?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Less stylistic lighting and more so realistic lighting.
Yeah. I will say what's interesting about hearing that Zemeckis was a part of this, especially around like Polar Express, Beowulf time, is this... Okay, I haven't seen Polar Express in a while. Beowulf, I forget I ever saw. But I feel like this looks better than those.
I
A little,
agree.
especially the house.
I agree. It is 2 years after Polar Express, so maybe they
Okay,
had
that's
some
true.
learnings, some development,
Yeah.
some technology development. But I completely agree that it looks better for sure.
Yeah, it looks better. I don't know if it's again because there's like a monster house and it's meant to be a little more unrealistic. Though no, Beowulf, there's like dragons and shit. I don't know, but this looks better than the actual directed Zemeckis ones.
Yeah, agreed.
It's Dan Harmon.
There you go.
Yeah, it was all his fault.
So this movie was nominated for Best Animated Feature, and that was, again, one of those years where it only had 3. Do you want to try to guess the other 2?
What year was this again?
2006.
2006?
I'll give you one is from an auteur film director, and one is from a major studio that does animation.
Okay, 2006. I could be wrong. I feel like this is around like peak Pixar time.
It's Pixar is the big company.
I knew it. Okay. 2006. It's not a Toy Story.
Nope.
I think Toy Story 2 was before that, and Toy Story 3 was like a long time after.
Yes.
Was it like Wall-E or something?
Nope.
Ratatouille?
Nope.
No, I'm just guessing Pixar movies. The Good Dinosaur.
No.
What's like a peak? It wasn't Cars.
It was Cars.
Really?
Yes. So
Wow.
Cars was in the category, and then the other one that won Best Animated Feature was
Park of the Monsters.
Yeah, maybe. It definitely was. No, it was from an auteur director who doesn't normally direct animation, and this one was such a success that he made a second one. But it was weird as fuck that he made this movie, and it's the only reason he has an Oscar, and not for his major film series.
Film series.
Yes. There were 3 back in the day. One came out recently. Or
Was
one
it
came out and then another came out recently and it was shit.
It wasn't like oh shit.
The one that just came out pretty recently was dog shit. The one that came out in between was like considered the best of the series. And then the 3 came out in like the 80s or 70s or something.
Oh, I was thinking like Lord of the Rings.
No.
In the 80s. It wasn't like a Beverly Hills Cop, was it?
No.
This one was shit. What? I have no earthly idea.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Okay, so the director is George Miller.
Like Mad Max?
Mad Max is the series,
Oh, he did Happy Feet.
and he did Happy Feet.
God damn it. He did do Happy Feet because he's a big weirdo.
Yeah.
Did
Dude, it
that
makes
win?
no sense. It won Best
It won, that's what I
Animated
thought.
Feature, and it beat Monster House and Cars. What a crazy... I'm always blown away by these categories because every single time I've seen every single movie. And almost
Yeah, that's
always it
true.
makes no sense which one won.
No.
It never makes sense. I don't know.
Happy
Again, it
Feet.
might have just been like the technology or because it was George Miller and he's never won an Oscar and it was the weird politics of everything.
It
But-
could, because that's also like the Leo Revenant thing where it's like he's
Yeah,
never
yeah,
won one.
yeah.
So he finally won one, but like why for that?
Made no sense. Yeah.
I always forget that even exists. George Miller's Happy Feet.
Yes.
The director of Mad Max made a Penguin movie and then won an Oscar for it.
Yeah. And then finally on March 25th, 2024, you're going to get a kick out of this. Okay. While promoting Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, director Gil Kenan addressed the possibility of a sequel or a spin-off movie to Monster
No
House.
way.
Yeah.
Dude, let's go. We gotta produce it.
It sounds hopeful. It does sound hopeful.
Tell him to bring it to Quaywood. We'll do it.
Dude, I'm telling you. I'm going to send him a nice long email. I'm going to be like, you don't know who I am, but I know who you are.
Listen to our episode where we kind of bashed on your movie.
We just shit all over it and call it Coraline the whole time.
We called it Cum Ghost, dude.
Call it Cum Ghost.
You should work with us.
Okay, so going into the plot, we open with the Amblin logo, and I was like, holy shit, I did not know that this was the
Yeah, I
movie.
was shocked.
Because this is one of the rare occasions where I watch the movie first and then take notes. Because usually what I do is I take notes, and I come to understand how the movie was made, and then I appreciate the movie as I watch it. So usually that kind of leaves me with a positive light. And this time was the opposite. So I went in, had no idea what was going on, who made it, how it was made, whatever. And and then did the research, and I was like, oh shit.
Just so you know, I want people to know the Pelton approach. So you do a bunch of research, you know who makes it, the story behind it, you watch it, you take notes of the plot, do all this stuff. I watch it, usually the morning of. I forget everything about it. And then half the episode is Nick going, so this happens. I'm like, oh yeah, that did happen.
Right.
And then I go about my day, and you're like, hey, the episode's out. I'm like, what episode? And you're like, Monster House. I'm like, we did
and
that.
And then you're like, wait, who are you again?
Who are you? Where's the Coraline episode? I'm just,
Pelton,
just
it's
confused.
2028. We did that 3 years ago.
I mainly just walk the earth confused. Is
Yes.
what I'm saying.
So the actual opening of this movie, outside of the logo, is with a little girl riding her bike in the fall, which is the perfect setting. I was so excited about this, and I wanted to text you about this because I was like, this has to be for our animated film. She rides onto the lawn of a scary house, and an old man comes out and screams at her and breaks her bike. And I was...
brutal.
Jaw was on the floor. I was like, holy shit.
It's heartbreaking.
Like, going insane. Going
Wait,
nuts.
Now that I know who wrote this, it makes more sense.
Yeah. But then he
why
like
this movie
rips
is
the
the way
bike
it
in
is.
half, and I was like, dude, this
Yeah,
guy's
no, it's
like
crazy.
a god. So DJ, who is the main character, takes a picture of the old man through his telescope in his home because he lives across the street. And we kind of see that he's been doing this for a while, kind of like creeping on this guy, like trying to see what the deal is. There's a weird vibe.
I would say full stalking.
Yeah.
Like, I know the neighbor's weird, but if you have a telescope and you're taking notes and you have like
Yeah.
surveillance pictures, that's too far.
I was
That's
trying to
way
give
too
the
far.
benefit of the doubt because he's just a curious child. But
Okay, did you do that as a child? This kid's like 13, 14 probably, right?
Yeah, no, I definitely didn't do that, but I don't know. I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. But okay,
Like, that's
he's
way
a
too
stalker.
far.
He's a full-blown evil stalker. So his parents leave
He's
town
evil
for
stalker.
like some convention or something, and then his
Yeah,
friend,
convention.
yeah, and his friend Chowder comes over. And now this is the point in the story where I had to pause it because I was like, is this movie gonna have just a laundry list of really cool names for characters? And boy, was I right. There are just names
Well, I
after
know there's
names.
Chowder. Wait, who else?
Chowder, Bones was the
Oh yeah, that's true. There is a
was
Bones.
the like boyfriend of the
Yep.
the sister. You have Mr. Nebercracker, obviously.
which is awesome.
Yeah, I forget the name of the house, the lady in the house.
There's a Britta. There's an Abed. There's a Joel McHale.
Right.
There's a Coraline.
Right.
There's some cool ass names in this, dude.
Yeah. No, I was so excited about the names in these, and I was like, oh man, this is great.
I say when Chowder did show up, I'm like, this is gonna rock. I knew it in my soul.
He reminded me of Rowley a little bit.
Yeah,
Very
it was a
movie.
rally. It
Yeah.
totally was a rally.
So they talk about their Halloween plans over a game of basketball, and the ball bounces into the neighbor's lawn. Nevercracker, as I mentioned.
Uh-oh.
So DJ goes to get the ball and gets attacked by Nevercracker, who screams at him so much that he literally dies. He
Oh, yeah, he does.
just passes away after picking the kid up, shaking him, and screaming at him. He just like stops dead in his tracks and just dies.
Well, I had a couple moments already with this fucking movie because
Yeah.
you have Nevercracker that dies.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, this movie's not fucking around.
No.
This is no Happy Feet, okay? This is
Right.
no George Miller's Happy
Right.
Feet. We
This
got
is
death.
Angry feet.
Yeah, this is a Furious Feet. This movie's pissed off. But also, again, I'm watching this as a 23-year-old man. But the first time they said Mr. Nevercracker, I'm like, it felt racist. I don't know why. It just felt like a slur. I'm
Okay.
like, maybe let's not say the word Nevercracker.
Okay.
I don't know
Well,
why.
Unfortunately, I'm going to be saying it a lot in this episode.
Oh, dude, you're canceled.
Cooked.
This is gonna come out like 10 years from now.
Yeah, the thing I noticed with the guy, with him dying right off the bat, and also a lot of the humor throughout this, is I was like, oh, this movie was made for adults. Like,
Yeah, for
there was
sure.
so much humor that it didn't even seem like it was like a wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It's gonna go over the kids' heads. It was just like, no, this is humor for adults, and full stop.
Yeah. And to be honest, it was so for adults that I was kind of surprised that it counts as a Greenlit movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if this was
Right.
live action, I don't think this would count as a kids movie at all.
Right. No, 100%.
Yeah, it almost goes into like the young adult, like E.T. kind of thing,
Right.
where it's like you could watch this as a kid, You could watch this as a kid.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd count it as a kids movie, but
No,
then
I
it
agree.
does. it does look the way it looks. So like, I feel like
But
most
that's
of us
also
will
the
sit down
thing
and
is
what
like
this?
and actually I almost appreciate this about the movie is like people assume that animation automatically equals kids movie, which I completely disagree with and I don't like as like a format, as a genre. I think it's Miyazaki does it best when it comes to making animated films.
I knew you were gonna bring this fucker up.
Yeah. When it comes to making animated films that are not necessarily kids films. He has his Totoro, he has his Ponyo, whatever. He has his kids films. But then there are some where I'm like, okay, yeah, that's made for a more mature audience. And I appreciate that because it uses the art form for something that's not just like kids garbage.
You're the best.
But this was one where I was like, okay, nice. Like they're doing it a little bit for kids, a lot of it for the adults.
Yeah,
it was just like a good use of the art form.
Yeah, that's true. I do think this is like I can't think of an example because but we do have a lot of examples on this show of like
best radio personality here, folks.
Yeah, I can't think of an example because who gives a shit? But there's a lot of movies we've covered. Like I couldn't name one. There's a lot of movies that you watch and you're like, oh, this is a kid's movie. Like this is tough.
Yeah, sure.
And then like Space Chimps, I couldn't even sit through it. But then
Yeah.
you have ones like this where you go, oh, this is just like a movie that kids could watch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like a Beetlejuice. Kids can watch Beetlejuice.
Yeah, and you said it already, but E.T. is definitely another one.
Yeah, E.T.
Scared the shit out of me as a kid, but
shocker.
Dude, E.T. like dying. That moment is like a generational trauma for so many kids. Oh, sorry, I'm spoiling E.T. the extraterrestrial. Jesus Christ.
When we talked about RV, you were scarred by that movie. Though I was too, to be honest.
Go listen back to that
That's
episode.
not true
I was
at all.
not scarred.
That's not true at all.
I love that movie.
But who's gonna go back and no one likes RV.
I mean, one person likes RV.
There was one. There was one unfortunate little lost soul that liked RV.
It's fine. It's fine. But anyway, so yes, DJ finds a gold key on the ground as Mr. Nevercracker is getting taken to the hospital.
Oh yeah, and he's like he breaks into this guy's house now.
Yeah, exactly. And the lawn, like the actual lawn of the house, in front of the house, tries to keep Nevercracker at the home by taking the wheel off the stretcher, and you're like, oh, already something's weird.
What?
Something's going on.
It's almost like this house is a
Monster
House. Cool. Monster House.
So, DJ's babysitter, Z, there's another one, Z. Sick name.
Also,
Z arrives.
Shout out Z in the Quaywood Collective. We know a Z.
Let's go!
Dude, Z's a fucking sick name, dude. We love our Z's.
Z's amazing.
Shout out Z's.
Shout out Z's everywhere.
The two. The one in the movie and the one we know.
So Z arrives and she's just a real jerk. She's like, "This is my house now, motherfucker. you abide by my rules, and I'm gonna play loud music and invite Bones over."
Who's gonna like rip your stuffed animals to shreds?
Yeah, exactly.
Bones is like a monster.
He's gonna get drunk and then call me a slut.
He's gonna call me a Nevercracker.
He's gonna call me a Nevercracker. So that night, DJ wakes up in the middle of the night and gets a random phone call, and multiple calls for that matter, and he calls Chowder to get him to come over, and it was said in the movie, he was like, "Wait, hey, come over, Chowder, you have to come over, I'm getting these weird phone calls," and then Chowder was like, "Okay, well, my dad's at the pharmacy and my mom is at the movies with her personal trainer," and I was like, "Oh, there you go, yeah." There's your adult humor. And I thought it was pretty good.
The second you told me this was written by Dan Harmon, so much clicked.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm like, now this movie makes sense.
For sure. But yes, Bones arrives. The fucking coolest name ever. And he gets drunk and goes to the Nevercracker's house and throws his beer at the house, talking smack, ripping up the lawn. He's like, "Fuck you, house. I hate you."
Because he's Bones, dude. Bones is fucking cool.
Bones.
That's what he does.
Is sick. He then sees his old kite that Nevercracker took from him when he was a kid, floating at the door, and he goes to grab it and gets eaten by the house, just demolished.
Yeah,
he's done.
And I gotta be honest, it looks sick.
Yeah,
Like, no, like, listen, this movie has a very strange look. It's almost like Hoodwinked, where it has a very specific look to it. And if you ride for it, you ride for it. If you don't, it might ruin it.
Yeah.
But the house itself looks awesome.
That's one spoiler alert. That's one of my notes in my final thoughts. Is like,
yeah,
the animation still scares me, and I don't like it. But the design of the house, the way that it looks like a house, but then also very easily looks like a creature with a face, is awesome. And the way that it moves, and the functionality of it, and the way the inner workings of everything is awesome about the house.
And it's very, you can tell it's very thought out. Like, you even have like the carpet as a tongue.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, all the wood becomes the teeth. Oh.
Yeah. There's a lot of artistry and design, and I appreciate all of that.
Yeah, and it still holds up. It really does. The house looks so good.
For sure. Chowder and DJ meet up, and they go up to Nevercracker's door, ring the doorbell, and the house comes alive. Teeth, tongue, eyes, endless pit, and all of it. It comes alive.
Pit. Every house has got an endless pit.
It is. It opens up, and there's this green light, and there's just an endless pit.
There's a green light?
This is fucking sick. Yeah, dude, it's our show.
Dude,
our show is
our show is in the house.
Down the pit, the endless pit.
Our show is down endless pit. I feel like that just makes sense for I can't believe this got greenlit.
Yeah. So especially since we jumped to Zoom. Oh my goodness, I can't even talk. See, we're toast.
See, we're both falling apart.
Well, dude, you gotta remember, it's past my bedtime.
So you need to go to bed.
I'm scared. I'm gonna cut this, but I'm scared for the Grinch episode.
Oh, that is gonna be the quickest episode we've ever done.
I'm cooked. It's gonna be 15 minutes. It's gonna be shorter than the actual movie.
I want people to know that right now Nick is past his bedtime, so he's tired, and I'm sitting in an 80 degrees apartment, like a fucking sauna, talking about Monster House. Like, if you saw the back of my shirt, it's soaked. Like, it looks like I went through the wet option at the Terrifier house. Like,
I mean, not in like a weird, creepy, sexy way, but you can take off your shirt if you're that hot.
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
I know I walk.
Not in like a sexual way at all. But like, if you want to like take off your pants, like
take
it's
off
totally
everything
cool.
if you want. Yeah. Just show me. You can point the camera or whatever. It doesn't matter.
Like, not in a weird way though.
So
like, it's not weird.
It's totally fine.
No.
I don't mind at all. It's totally
like if you want to press your lips against mine, like not in like a weird way.
You can
like
do it, but you don't have to. But you could. I'm not gonna say.
Yeah, but you could though. Like,
and it's not weird though. Like people are gonna say it's weird, but it's not weird at all.
It's not, dude. It's not. Just like shut up. It's not weird. It's only weird if you make it weird.
It's only weird if you make it weird. And for it to get even more weird, just go to quaywoodproductions.com. Okay, so Jenny, a prep schoolgirl who is selling candy to people for her school, goes up to the house and almost gets eaten. But DJ and Chowder save her. Now, this is also where, with many movies, the description of the plot starts to get to a point where it's like, they almost get eaten, then they don't. And they get saved.
They almost get eaten, then they don't.
Then someone gets eaten, but then the main characters don't get eaten. So, apologies if it feels like a lot of that.
Also, Nick?
Yes.
You know me very well. Well, I hide a lot of demons from you.
Yeah.
We've known each other for a long time. How about that?
Sure.
Deal?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a compromise. We've known each other for a long time.
Yeah, I'll compromise that.
Yeah, it's compromise.
Even that's a little much.
Yeah, we've known each other for more than 2 years.
I wouldn't even go that far.
Fuck yeah, you're right. I've known of you.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
With sick-ass reputation. Okay, sorry.
When I say I'm watching the scene, and the what's the lady's name? The girl?
Jenny.
Shanny?
Jenny.
Jenny, Shanny. When Jenny popped up, I unlocked a memory.
Of course you did.
What do you think the memory is? What do you think
are
it
in love
is?
with her. You're in love with her.
You
fucking freak. She has red hair immediately. Dude, the second she came on screen and the second Chowder was like drooling over her and the cinematography made it.
I was crowded.
I was like, you were kneeling at the screen drooling over her. Dude, this is like I need to count how many episodes. This is like gotta be like 8 or 9. No joke. Where you find like a weird way to talk about children being hot.
No, whoa.
I know, I'm just joking.
You're gonna get me canceled.
I know, I'm just joking.
When I watched it.
When you were a kid, of course. It was your 8th crush because you already had like you already had like 15
Narnia, Batman and Robin, Cat in the Hat, obviously
Shark Tale.
Shark Tale. Duh. And now this one.
Jesus Christmas.
Dude, listen, if we're going to watch a kid's movie and you put, as a kid, you're gonna put a redhead girl in there. It's done.
Yeah.
There's no going back. So for the rest of the movie, I'm like, Chowder is my boy.
Yeah, right. Well, and this leads right into this. So the boys, Chowder and DJ, start fighting over Jenny, and Pelton was actually included in that scene. I don't blame
him. Yeah, the three of us were fighting.
Yeah, the three of you were fighting. But they come up with a plan to call the cops after a dog gets snatched up by the house. Just absolutely eaten. And I use this verbiage going forward, so get used to it. So the cops show up, and so this is one of the scenes where I remember so vividly the cop showing up. Because the cop's character design and the way he spoke was so uncanny to me.
It was really
and it just got burned at the front of my cranium.
Well, you know what? Okay. It's so bizarre, and this might happen with Polar Express. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I feel like some characters look good. Like, I think Chowder, and obviously my girlfriend at the time, Shannon, Jenny, Janice, whatever her name is. Jesus? All right. Jesus and Chowder. They both look good, I think.
Yeah.
But then you have, like, the cop, and even, like, our main guy.
DJ looks scary.
He looks freaky.
Especially, God, I already forgot her name. She had a cool name. Z.
Yeah, Z is freaky.
So
looking.
Scary. Bones?
Same with Bones.
So scary.
But, like, I don't want to say Nevercracker in 2025, but Nevercracker, he looks good.
But also scary.
I think. Well, he's meant to, though. That one works.
Yeah.
But you have some that are just like, what the fuck is
that?
But
I mean, even, like, the other cop.
Yeah, it looks fine.
Looks great. But the main cop was so scary.
It's horrifying.
Yeah.
But not in, like, an intentional way, like Mr. Redacted. I don't want to get canceled. Jeez. But, like, I don't know if it aged poorly or it never looked good.
Yeah.
But some of these characters look like melted wax. It looks awful.
Yeah, they look terrible. And
they look terrible.
Yeah, so the creepy looking cop shows up and they do nothing. And so they consult with here's another one, Skull.
Who's that?
A gamer dude, the guy who is like crazy. Who tells them to strike the heart of the house. But he had like this kind of roundabout way of saying it. He was like very into his video game, and
I don't think he was really paying attention. To be honest.
No, he was like, just strike the heart. You're gonna do it. And they were like, oh yeah, nice. Skull told us what to do. But they had like this like legend of him where he like had one quarter and he played there for like fucking 36 hours or something like that on one quarter. So they were like, we can't talk to him. And then Jenny was like, I'll do it. And then Pelton was like,
how did you know?
Exactly. So they game plan and get supplies, and they send a dummy to the front steps. I think it's like a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, it was a whole setup.
Yeah, it was like a whole thing. They like dressed someone, like dressed up a vacuum cleaner to look like a person, which almost gets snatched up before the police arrive yet again. They put the kids in the cop car because like you're trespassing, you're doing all this stuff. Immediately arrest them. And they go up to the front door and they're like, well, let's go see what's going on here. And they get snatched up. They're gone.
Uh-oh.
Toast. And now the kids are just stuck in the cop car.
Also, from this point on the rest of the movie, I'm like, wait a minute. How the fuck does no other cop be like, hey, where'd our two officers go?
Well, didn't they say earlier in the movie that they're the only two that are like on staff right now?
Did they say that?
When they first showed up, I'm pretty sure that was like the first introduction was them being like, oh, why do we have to be here for these stupid kids? And they're like, well, we're the only two people here. Whether it's like someone called out or like short staff because it was like Halloween. I don't know what the...
It's like a very small town.
Yeah, it was some weird, goofy way to get out of that loophole.
Okay, then question. Because as you know, I don't pay attention. I watch the movie, but I'm doing other things.
Yeah.
I go for like a walk, whatever, when it's just playing in the background.
Sure.
But are they snatched up for multiple days? Or is it like
No, this is... I'm pretty sure it's one night.
It is?
Yeah.
One magical night with Jenny?
I'm pretty sure... I mean, it has to be 1 or 2 nights at most.
Oh, yeah, because the same night is Halloween and all the trick-or-treaters start showing up.
Yeah.
Oh, you might be right. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? Dan Harmon, I take it back.
Yeah.
You got me good.
About to flame him. So, yeah, the kids are in the cop car, and then the cop car gets snatched up.
Right.
but they escape the endless pit of despair, as I'm calling it.
Our show is at the bottom.
Yeah. They escape Greenlit, which leaves them in the titular monster house. They're in the house, scared shitless.
Mm-hmm. You know what's the scariest part about this house? If you got snatched up and you're sitting at the bottom, are you just stuck on a never-ending loop of Greenlit episodes?
I think so.
That's horrifying.
That is really scary.
I can't even do one.
Because now we're at, I think over 50 episodes.
Yeah, at this point, I think we are.
That's a lot of hours of us talking.
It's like, yeah.
Over the course of 2 years, mind you.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's a lot of hours.
A lot of hours.
And also saying some pretty heinous shit.
That's 2 years of us in just different headspaces, in different levels of sleep deprivity. It's yeah. I'm sure there's some crazy shit.
I think for a full year there, we were dating at one point. That's my memory of it.
A full year.
Yeah, a full calendar year, not a year, Greenlit year.
A Greenlit year
for
is
a long time, Nick.
12 weeks.
A Greenlit year is one goddamn episode.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
We've aged. I want to compare this episode to the first episode, or our 100th episode to the first episode, and just see how much we've grown and changed.
You know what's the scary part is? I doubt at all.
Oh no, yeah, we're exactly the same. Yeah. Same two fucking
I think if you go back to that first episode, I'm like, are we covering Coraline?
Yeah. It's sprinkled. The closer you get to Halloween, the more you talk about it, and then it ramps down after Halloween.
It's like little Easter eggs.
On Halloween, you mention it 100 times, but then
dude, I came out of the dorm with button eyes.
But in April, you'll mention it once in the episode.
Oh yeah, it's
sprinkled.
Reserved.
Yeah.
But now it's we're recording this in August. You know what I mean? It's gonna come out around Halloween time.
Exactly.
Now Coraline, it's on the brain.
So they have these water guns that are full of, I don't even remember what it's full of. It's not water.
Acid?
It's medicine or something.
Oh yeah, there is something weird in those water guns.
I don't remember what it was, but they shoot the uvula of the house, which is a couple of lights, with their water guns, thinking that it was the heart because that's what they're aiming for, but to no luck. And they see pictures of Nevercracker's wife, which is suspicious. They're there's this whole rumor about how he killed her and all this stuff. So they're trying to look more into it and also discover the secrets behind the house. Because they're fuck this. We live too close to this thing for it to keep killing people.
We got to figure this out.
So they fall into a pit of full of toys, suspicious, and find a cage of the giantess, which they use the gold key to open. And they find Constance, that's her name, Nevercracker's wife, in the cage, and she is a full, covered in cement.
I'll be so honest, I don't remember anything about what you're talking about right now.
Wow, that's crazy. So yeah, so they fall.
I swear to God.
They find her in a cage.
How does that make sense?
She was part of the circus. Well, it's all explained in the backstory that comes up later. That you don't remember clearly.
I know she's the spoiler. She's the house.
She's the house. So basically, I'll give you a brief rundown so that the rest of it
I really don't remember this.
Really quick. So she was in the circus and was getting abused because she was large, and
she's a freak because she's fat, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the whole
gimmick. Wow, you put a lot of emphasis on fat. So
did I?
Because she was
fat, dude.
Fat. So
PHAT.
Fat. So Nevercracker fell in love with her and gave her a better life, and then there was some accident where she started yelling at people to get away from their house because she was I have a house now, I'm not gonna get treated like shit anymore, I am my own strong independent woman, whatever.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, she was screaming at people, and then there was an accident where a bunch of cement fell, and she fell with it and got covered in cement, and then that's when her spirit became part of the house because the house was built around her.
Oh.
And then Nevercracker, that's why he's yelling at people to get off his lawn because he wants respect.
He's trying to protect
his wife.
Yeah,
and then he realizes that the wife is the house and is gonna eat people and kill them. So he's you have to stay away from my house, not because I'm mean, but because she's gonna kill you.
Yeah,
he's caught in this endless loop because if he leaves, then she's gonna get up with her big arms, her big tree arms, and then go after him and go kill other people and all this stuff. So he's really just trying to protect everyone and live in this torture cycle, which is horrible.
So did the kids, including the love of my life, find her body, like her dead corpse, cemented.
Yeah. Do you remember? So they like go up to it, and then the whole thing like breaks because the house comes alive. It realizes that they're in there, and then there's just a skeleton.
Yeah, I do.
There's just bones, and not the cool character Bones.
Not I rest in peace.
And not
Bones.
Skull either. Not to be mistaken.
No. There is a skull and there is a bones, and there are bones, but don't be confused.
Right.
So Nick, this is like as complex as like The Godfather. This movie.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. So they find Constance in the cage, and the house comes alive. Jenny hits the uvula as the house is attacking them, and it barfs them up. That's what they realize is the house, when the uvula gets hit, it like kind of spits up water. So like the only way to escape is for them to get barfed up. And they find Nevercracker alive when they leave the house, and they realize that the house is Constance, and that a Nevercracker didn't kill his wife, but he actually saved her from the circus. So she was involved in an accident, as I explained, when building the house. That then her spirit was embedded in the house.
Can I say, by the way, I think once they shoot the uvula and they get barfed out, I think that's kind of like my biggest. I don't know if I want to use the word complaint or disappointment. That's my biggest thing. Is you kind of said it. Is in the beginning you have all this setup, and then when describing this plot is hard because it's a lot of they almost get eaten, they don't. They're fucking with the house, and you finally get in the house, and you're like, oh, cool, like new setting, new scenery. Like for some reason in my head, I'm like, this is probably the rest of the movie. It was them in the house, and they leave the house pretty quickly, and they don't ever go back in.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. It's just like it was kind of too quick. I'm like, I feel like you can do a lot of cool things.
I wish they explored more of the house as well.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was like I know they set up what they needed to in terms of story with the house, but I don't know. I feel like there was kind of a missed opportunity there.
Yeah.
Because the inside the house is just such a cool idea.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, it's Nevercracker's house. We've never gotten to go. This is such a big moment.
Right.
And then they get puked up, and then that's just kind of the end.
Yeah, there's room for gags and other things.
Yeah.
But who knows? Could be in the sequel if it happens.
Monster House 2.
So
Produced
the
by
house
Quaywood Productions.
grows arms out of like the big trees in the front of the house, and fully starts to travel the town, going after the three kids and Mr. Nevercracker. And after a long, tough battle, DJ finally throws dynamite into Constance's chimney, and the house explodes. This is where we come to an end. Mr. Nevercracker thanks them and hands out the toys that Constance had been stealing from the kids for Halloween. And all is well in the world, and that is Monster House. So for final thoughts, what'd you say?
I was saying Nevercracker fucking rocks.
Yeah, he's great, and
Shout
we
out
love him, and I hope he
Nevercracker.
returns in the sequel if that happens.
Yes,
so for
I don't care
final,
if his name's a slur. He rocks.
Yeah. So for final thoughts, I basically have said most of them already, but I thought that there was very interesting camera work in here, and I thought the cinematography was really cool. I thought what they did with that was great, but the character animation being uncanny still really shook me, and I didn't like it. Spoiler alert,
Yeah.
Same with Coraline, which we will cover next week or next time on Greenlit.
And we haven't recorded it yet.
Haven't recorded. Yeah,
No.
we definitely haven't. I did really, really like the design of the house, and I thought it worked really well to look like the face in the house at the same time. I thought the design of that was awesome. And I appreciated the humor. Like I said, I appreciate when an animated film is not necessarily just a kid's film, quote unquote. But I appreciated that it took a kind of a step up and catered to a more adult audience. A little bit scarier, a little bit funny for people above 8. I really did appreciate that. As much as I talk about Miyazaki, I did appreciate them doing it here.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, I feel bad kind of just repeating a lot of what you said.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you're kind of right on this one. It's very rare me and you kind of see almost exactly the same, but I think you're right. I think a lot of the design is good. A lot of the design is freaky and bad.
Mm-hmm.
I would say more freaky and bad than good.
Yeah.
But again, like you have some characters that I think look great. I think the house itself looks phenomenal and still really holds up. The humor it's very easy and like enjoyable watching this as an adult. Like, I would watch this again. This isn't one of those movies where I'm like, fuck, I gotta watch this for Greenlit.
No, I would watch this with my kids.
I would totally watch this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was very happy watching this. Is it like Is it one of the best movies we've covered? Probably not.
No.
But you know what? It's a good little Halloween. You could throw it on.
Yeah, I was gonna
Have
say
a good
it's
little
definitely
time.
not in like the I will put this on every Halloween. But it's one of those where
No.
it's like if I go through my normal cycle of like Nightmare Before Christmas, like Friday the 13th, whatever. Then if I run out of movies, I'm like, yeah, that's a viable option. Like I can do
Sure.
that and then feel like in the spirit of Halloween, but also not like, oh, this is miserable like Hubie Halloween.
Well, yeah. One
so,
day.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. I think it's definitely one that could be up there. I don't think it quite meets that criteria. You're right, but it's got some big names behind it. It's enjoyable. Mm-hmm. It's one of those where I probably wouldn't put it on, but if I'm with somebody, they're like, "Oh, I fucking love Monster House. Can we watch it?" I'd be like, "Yeah, throw that on."
Yeah. So,
You know what I mean?
One final thought for Monster House. I
can't believe this got
greenlit. Tune in next time, as we've been saying constantly throughout this episode. Tune in next time for Coraline.
For what?
In
No
2
way.
weeks. And stick around on quaywoodproductions.com next week for a new episode of Director in Development. Very excited about all of that, and we will see you then. Bye.
Wait, we're doing Coraline?
This has been a Quaywood audio production.